me, I got you a Mother's Day gift. Oh, thanks, me. That's so nice of you. That's so thoughtful. And how gorgeous is that? A magenta and gold wine glass. Oh, and it's a set of 6. Oh, beautiful. Even better. How wonderful. So lovely of you to think of me. And you just knew exactly what I wanted. Thank you, me. All jokes aside, Mother's Day can be a contentious issue. When you're in a relationship with somebody on the spectrum, they can forget all about Mother's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, name the occasion, they'll forget. I did speak to somebody from one of the support groups who was saying that when it comes to things that are shown and known, the autistic people know that it happens. So if I use my situation as an example, my partner was very good at dating. He knew how to date. He knew that you took them out for dinner, you brought them flowers, you did Valentine's, you did their birthdays. You brought flowers, jewellery, chocolates, teddies, you know, the typical sort of stuff. He'd seen it, I don't know, on TV and ads, possibly his friends dating. However it is that he knew, he knew. And then when we get into the actual marriage, he's blind. He has no idea what he's doing. And when I sort of start to explain situations to him, he doesn't believe me. And when we did watch the odd occasional romance movie, he would say that they're so ridiculous and so unreal and nobody really lives that way and it's all BS. So in the marriage, he just didn't understand that you compliment, show affection, personal displays of affection, all of those kinds of romantic gestures within the relationship. He would still do Valentine's and birthdays and Christmas and Mother's Day, but nothing outside of those. And so they started to feel kind of empty. You know, give me this really lovely piece of jewellery for my birthday or Christmas, but nothing for the rest of the year. No compliments, affection, sort of showing desire or making me feel special or attractive or anything like that. So it was just this kind of cold, distant relationship, and here's a necklace because it's your birthday. And it kind of felt really, really empty. And so I think my friend might be onto something there, the person from the support group, in that if they don't see it, they don't know it. And it can be really hard to teach an old dog new tricks. In my partner's family, I don't think his parents were affectionate to each other. Put it this way, in all of the time that I've known him, I've never seen them be affectionate to each other. They're relatively kind to each other and nice. So if the mum, my mother-in-law, wants to go shopping, my father-in-law will take her and he'll walk around that shopping complex, letting her go from shop to shop to shop. No problem, no questions asked, no begrudging. And if it's not a store that he's interested in, he'll find a seat outside and sit down and wait. And so she'll go shopping and then come back out when she's ready, and then he'll stand up and they'll continue to the next spot. And he doesn't mind that or begrudge that. And I think it's kind of sweet. And it's similar to how my husband and I shop, except that I rarely shop because I don't actually like shopping. But on the rare occasion that I do shop, he will come with me, and he actually doesn't sit outside the store. He will come inside and, you know, offer advice and things. Does this dress look good on me? So yeah, I've never really seen them be affectionate to each other. So when we were in a relationship and I was saying to him, how come you're so cold and so distant and you're not talking to me and all these sorts of things, he just thought I was making that up. Nobody does that. What are you talking about? And so because he'd never seen it happen, he didn't know that it happened. And when he did watch romance movies, he didn't believe it. And I think it's because there's not a lot of people out there who are really talking about what the inside of the marriage is meant to look like. And then the autistic person gets into it and is like kind of, I don't know, fumbling around in the dark, you know, no clue what they're doing. So in regards to Valentine's, which is coming up any day now, I will probably get flowers, maybe chocolates, but it's rare. Mainly because I am not a chocoholic. Look at me, I don't like shopping and I'm not a chocoholic. Who am I? Who is this woman? Makes it easier for him, but at the same time, you know, I do really like flowers. Oh, interjection. Last Mother's Day, I showed him a picture, or rather I tried to show him a picture of this really stunning bunch of flowers that our local florist was selling, and she put this picture on her Facebook page, and I saw it and was like, oh, wow, right, it's gorgeous. And so I take a screenshot or whatever and put it on my phone and I go to show him, right? And I say, oh, look at these lovely flowers. He fobs it off, like quickly glances at the phone and goes, yeah, I've got your Mother's Day arrangement covered already, right? And I don't know, I guess I'm a bit dopey in this regard, right? I thought, well, we follow the same local pages. He's probably seen it already. Or he's at least looking it up now because he knows, like, I know that that's the florist that he and I shop at. So I figure he knows that too. He might have seen her page, seen that bunch of flowers. You know, I'm getting that bunch of flowers. And then I get my bunch of flowers. And look, it was nice enough. It was a bunch of native flowers, which he knows that I love natives. I grow natives in the garden, Australian natives. So I've got, you know, a lovely arrangement of native flowering plants, which was nice, but not at all what I wanted. And it wasn't that pretty, you know, natives are okay. They're not stunning necessarily. Anyway, I was a little bit bummed out because I thought, he didn't even look at the photo, he just fobbed me off, you know, that was a bit irritating. And when I talked to our ASD son about it, he said, oh no, that's just unacceptable, he should have at least got you the flowers that you wanted. I'm like, oh no, right? Thank you for being on my side. Anyway, so he will do Mother's Day, he will get me flowers. It won't necessarily be the flowers that I like. I don't even think he knows, aside from the fact that I like to grow natives, I don't even think he knows what flowers I like. Even if I told him, he wouldn't remember. So, bad luck, Donald Duck. So yeah, he will probably do something for Mother's Day. I imagine he will want to do something like take me out, or take the whole of us, the family, out for lunch or dinner. And it'll be a place of my choosing, most likely. But yeah, aside from like a gift, he knows that I love candles and you can't go wrong with candles, but it's rare that he gets them for me. So the goblets that I showed at the start, they're my gift to myself because I saw them and went, I have to have them. They're just divine. And I know that nobody else is going to think to get me them. And admittedly, they were an op-shop purchase, so they were, you know, second-hand affordable. So no dramas there anyway. But it would be unlikely for him to think of something like that. I do have a list on the fridge of gift ideas for myself, and I don't even think he's looked, because I'm ticking those gifts off myself one by one. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. Anyway, so I'm giving myself my own Mother's Day gift, and then he can do the flowers in the restaurant, you know. But anyway, drop a comment below. What do you think about the whole marriage concept, that they don't know what it's supposed to look like because they never see it, and so they know how to date fine, they know how to mask for the date, and then when they're in the marriage, as we say, the mask falls off, but I have my speculations that once they're in the marriage they don't know what they're doing. Anyway, comment below, love to hear from you, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And for all you wonderful mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.